There's something hanging in the air at St. James' Park, a different atmosphere almost too quiet for a club used to the fast-paced rhythm of major decisions. This isn't just another rumor behind the scenes or the usual buzz before a new season. It feels like something is happening under the radar, something big, something that could change the direction of the team in an unexpected way. The most attentive fans have already noticed. There's unusual movement behind the scenes, and the signs are there for those who know how to read them. Since the transfer window opened, Newcastle haven't been the noisiest club in the market, but that doesn't mean they're inactive. Quite the opposite. The lack of headline-grabbing moves in the press may actually be a sign that the board is working on highly sensitive negotiations, where even the smallest leak could ruin everything. And in the midst of all this, one name has become the center of attention, a player who's more than just a star on the pitch. He's a symbol of the club's rebuilding project. And look, if you follow our channel, you know how we do things. We don't give away everything up front, because every detail matters. And here, we value the fans who want more than just a headline. So, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, now's the perfect time. Subscribe now, it's free, takes just a second, and helps us keep doing this work. That way, you'll always stay up to date with the hottest news, straight from behind the scenes at St. James' Park. Backed by solid sources and careful reporting. Back to our investigation, it's impossible to ignore a few details that most people missed. While the team headed off on their Southeast Asia tour, one key name was left behind. And no, it wasn't a tactical decision, and it wasn't just a minor injury either. There's a mystery behind this absence, and slowly, key pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Rejected offers, private meetings, and interest from surprising places. All of it surrounding the player many consider the best in Newcastle's current squad. Yes, we're talking about Alexander Isak. According to reports from The Sun and confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, the Swedish striker received a jaw-dropping offer from Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia, a 3-year contract worth £600,000 per week. On top of that, he was promised millions in bonuses for personal and team achievements, a mind-blowing tax-free deal that would make even the most loyal fans hesitate. But what really grabbed attention wasn't the offer, it was the response. Isak turned it all down. He said no to £32 million per year. No to moving continents. No, and more than that, he made it clear that he wants to stay in Europe. That refusal, reported by Fabrizio Romano, proves that despite the temptations of Saudi football, Isak still has sporting ambitions far beyond just money. And that decision reignited the interest of a European giant in Newcastle's number 14. Liverpool, who have reportedly been monitoring Isak for at least 12 months according to former player Stan Collymore writing for Court Offside, have made a move. And it was serious. The Reds offered £96 million to Newcastle for the striker, along with a substantial contract offer. It wasn't on the same financial level as Al Hilal's, but it included a very high wage and the chance to compete for major trophies under new manager Arne Slot, who has taken over from Jurgen Klopp. But once again, Isak's answer was the same. No, at least for now. The player told Newcastle he wants to explore his options this summer. But he outright rejected Liverpool's offer, even with such tempting figures and the sporting appeal of a club like Anfield. His refusal caught even Newcastle's insiders off guard. The expectation was that if he left, he'd choose a club like Liverpool to continue playing at the top level of European football. And before anyone thinks this is all blown out of proportion, let's not forget Isak's impact last season. He scored 27 goals in all competitions, playing a vital role in winning the Carabao Cup and securing Champions League qualification. It was a performance that fully justified the £63 million Newcastle paid for him in 2022, when he arrived as one of the hottest prospects on the international market. But despite rejecting the offers, uncertainty still lingers over his future. That's because Isak hasn't joined the team for pre-season, citing recovery from a minor thigh injury. Manager Eddie Howe confirmed that Isak is back in Newcastle for treatment and expressed his desire to keep the striker for the upcoming season, but was cautious when discussing what lies ahead. Of course, there are things going on behind the scenes. Howe said cryptically, and this is the perfect moment to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now. Stories like this can change in an instant. And trust me, this one still has a lot of twists to come. We're tracking it all closely, with proper sourcing and responsible reporting. Subscribe now to stay one step ahead. Meanwhile, the rumour mill keeps spinning. Arsenal, having just signed Victor Gyökeres for £64 million, are likely out of the race. Manchester United, despite earlier links to Isak, are in crisis mode after finishing 15th in the Premier League and are unlikely to appeal to the striker right now. That leaves few realistic exit options for Isak within European football. And one more thing many are overlooking. Newcastle want well over £100 million to even consider letting their star man go. The club sees Isak as more than just a goal scorer. He's a face of the project, the symbol of a new era. And selling that symbol now would only happen for an absolutely irresistible offer which, clearly, has not yet arrived. The next few days will be crucial. Isak remains in treatment. The Newcastle squad wraps up its Asian tour, and the transfer window is still wide open. there's time for surprises. But there's also a strong chance that the striker stays at St. James Park, with a new contract potentially being discussed soon, according to inside sources. No negotiations are underway yet, but the door is slightly ajar. So, Toon Army, what do you think? Was Isak right to reject the offers? Should he stay or should he go? Drop your opinion in the comments below, and while you're there, smash that like button, because it really helps us reach more fans. And don't forget to turn on notifications, so you're always the first to know what's happening. If the Isak saga hasn't reached its final chapter yet, one thing's for sure, the ending will be dramatic, and you'll be following it all right here.